so many talented and inspiring people coming to Woodstock School of Art. Meredith Morabito is one of them. She comes to the sculpture class and I saw a calendar of a chipmunk in the studio. And I learned this is Meredith's work. She has a farm that keeps rescued animals. And she has been doing chipmunk photography to sustain this life with animals. Let's see how her life is like. So you are constantly taking care of animals,
Yeah.
ducks, and the plants.
Now and then I'll take you around. Miniature horse. Hi, Johnny. This is Super Freak, Nigerian dwarf. Rocket. He's another
It
miniature
has a
horse.
heart-shaped mark.
I know, isn't he cute?
Yeah.
He's the cutest. This is Nazanin. She's our little Nigerian dwarf goat who literally walks on a leash like a dog. Will go anywhere with you. She is the most friendly goat you've ever met in your life. And then that's Emmy. And Emmy we pulled from a kill pen.
Oh,
She's mostly blind and she just is older, maybe 25.
right.
And she's just retiring here, living out the rest of her life. This is Gilmore, this is Gossip, and that's Golden. There are 3 boys. And that's a Sarama, a Malaysian Sarama. Then we have, I rehab and release wildlife. So this is for wild birds when I rehab them. She came in attacked by an animal. But she's fine now. I had another one I rehabbed from a baby, a wild turkey that we had for about a year that just found a mate and flew off recently.
Okay.
I had a crow that flew off. Because we rehab them and release them if they're wild. It's like a hobby farm. So I just love having animals around. I was raised around animals. My mom was a big animal person. So I'm used to being around horses. My mom was a horseback riding instructor.
Yeah.
I've always I rode horses as a child. I worked in an equine program in Philadelphia when I lived there. I think it kind of just was like a very slow progression, and now we're here, and now I can't stop. That people get an opportunity to do exactly what they want, I'll make it happen. So however I need to do that. So the Chipmunk Project funds all of the farm. So because I sell the cards and the bags and everything else, it pays for their vet bills, their hay, their food. So it's just like finding something to help something else, finding a solution. And that's been the solution for being able to have the farm and have it be, cared for.
Right.
So it's really, sustain it and keep it going.
Right.
And how can I, continue to have animals that need homes have a home, but be able to care for them the way they need to be cared for, because it's not cheap to have animals in case there's, a problem with the vet or keeping them fed. And so I just have to always think ahead about how to take care of everybody and take care of myself and our homes, Right. So it's kind of a little bit of a hustle.
So you wait here?
Yeah, so I have this light here that I click on here, and then I click this one on here usually. And then I sit here. I usually put my iPhone here just to record a video because, nobody ever believes that I'm doing this. So I sit here with my camera, and this is the ladder that they use. So they come from either here or over here, and they kind of run up, and then they come into the set, and I'm just kind of like this. So I get really close. People always say, how close do you get? I'm right here. So I'll, build a set. It'll be here, and I'll kind of be just about here.
Wow.
Yeah, and I sit out here. Look, I have a roof because I'm out here sometimes for 3-4 hours. And I don't really do anything but just sit and wait. And then then maybe I'll take a picture, and then they'll run off, and then it could be another 20 minutes before they come back, and then and then that's all I have is those like couple seconds, and then they're gone again. And so it's a little bit of waiting around a lot, but I don't mind. I just like, I have birds that land here and sit on my shoulder now, like the titmice and the titmouse and the chickadees. They'll sit on the back of my chair and they'll eat the peanuts, and they'll just come and hang out.
Nice.
So I'm always outside because of the farm animals. So I'm always walking around or feeding the animals. So just like the birds, they think I'm part of the furniture. So I held it down like this, and it's like, oh, she took that from my hand, and oh, I can get this close. And I was like, well, I'll build a little something. And it just kind of like got more and more elaborate. And now I'm just at the point where I'm like, how weird and wild can I make it? So, because here's her. I haven't shot this one yet, but I'm building out her little greenhouse here. So it'll be in here. I'll move that down eventually and build it out, and then I'll shoot her in the little greenhouse. To know where they're gonna go, you have to know. So sitting with them for so many hours a day, you start to see how they move, where they move, like which one does what. So it's kind of like, oh, this one will do this and this one will do that. So you start to learn everything about their movement, so I know where to put things to attract them to that area. I know, it's really crazy.
So how many regulars do you have?
I'd say 4 regulars. Yeah, 4 regulars, but one of them's very bossy, so he chases everyone else away. I have one that sits on that stoop every day. On that little, I call her Jackie. She sits over there on that little stoop. And then Portia, she'll probably come out if she sees us. Well, Kenny lives in this hole right here.
So they...
This is where they live. It's just who I am. I don't watch a lot of TV. I just want to experience, being outside and being with animals and being in nature, and it's just truly like who I've always been. I remember when I was a little kid, I'd find all the cicadas that, when the cicadas come out and they all start flying around, and some would have an injured wing or an injured leg, and I'd take an old fish aquarium and I'd put leaves and sticks and I'd write on the side, cicada hospital, cicada nursing home, and I would put them all in there and I would give them food and water and care for them since I was like this big. So it's just who I've always been. It's like I've always, found an injured animal, tried to help it, or been out in the garden, so me being exactly who I am. It's the only way I can describe it. And then having the drive to kind of really live your life all the way now and never put it off. So we never say, oh, we'll do that later. It's like, we want to do something, we do it. It's like we get out on the earth and we dig it up and we create this from grass, and we just make the decision as a team. So we're just a really good team in that way, because he's a contractor, he can build anything. I'm a creative person, so I'm always thinking of, I also don't take no a lot as an answer, especially from my husband. So we can't do that. Oh yeah, yes we can. So I think we're a really good team. So I think that's the answer.
Fantastic.
A lot of working, a lot of digging, a lot of being very cold, very hot, having long days, starting at 6 in the morning, ending at, 8 at night. Just trying to keep everything clean and, coming up with new ideas. And so it's, like I said, it's a little bit of a hustle. But it's the best kind of hustle, because you get to be with these guys.
Right. Her comment that sticks to me the most was, living the life all the way now, never putting it off. Also, me being exactly who I am. Seeing somebody actually doing so really inspired me. Thank you so much, Meredith.